Tuesday, week 18. Number 1, Dylan and Ben wakes up the most early of all my friends so he can run before school. All right, so we have Dylan and Ben. They wake up early, and they wake up before school. So Dylan and Ben wakes up. Since we have Dylan and Ben, it should just be Dylan and Ben wake up. They wake up. Since we have a plural subject here, we need the plural verb, which would actually be the one without the S. So they wake up the most early of all my friends. You're talking about of all my friends. So you can't say the most early. You have to add the EST to early. So they wake up the earliest of all my friends. Friends does not need anything here because there's no possession being shown. So they wake up the earliest of all my friends so he can run before school. Now, so this part here, that he really throws us off, but since you're talking about more than one person, you have to say they, so they can run before school. And so that's how that should look. Dylan and Ben wake up the earliest of all my friends so they can run before school. Then number 2 actually continues to talk about Dylan and Ben. They also lift weights, stretch, and change their clothes in time for homeroom. And let's just go ahead and get these spelling errors out. So they lift weights, but you don't spell it W-A-I-T-S. You want it to be W-E-I-G-H. Get that in there. T-S. So they lift weights, comma, because you have a list of 3. Lift weights, stretch, and change. You have to put the commas after. They lift weights, comma, stretch, comma, and change their clothes in time for homeroom. And right here we have the wrong there. And so we need to go ahead and put in the possessive there, T-H-E-I-R, change their clothes in time for homeroom. And if you notice right there at the end, we were missing a period, so I had to put that in there too. Now on to number 3, coordinating conjunction. You're asked to find the coordinating conjunction in the following sentence. Please read the instructions first and assemble the desk afterward. And so your coordinating conjunction that puts them together is going to be right here. It's going to be and so that should have been your answer there for number 3. Now that is also going to be our little extra bonus lesson, coordinating conjunctions. So I'm going to flip over here, and I have my list, my fanboys right there. Those are our coordinating conjunctions: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. And you will see them a lot of the times to connect things together, sometimes in compound sentences, and that's kind of the focus on the bottom 5 here. We just want to put the correct coordinating conjunction into the compound sentence. Now, usually it's going to be and, or, but, or. Those are the most common coordinating conjunctions used, so we're going to use a lot of those for these sentences. Let's just take a look. Number 1, I wanted to backpack through Europe last summer. My mom told me I couldn't, and so we want to make this a compound sentence using those coordinating conjunctions. So you wanted to backpack, mom says you can't, so you want to go with a contrasting conjunction here. So you want to do something like but, okay? And so you just go ahead and put this together. You do comma, but, and then you take the my, and it's no longer capitalized. And you have I wanted to backpack through Europe last summer, but my mom told me I could not. Number 2, Maria did not finish her essay, period. She did finish her math. Again, we could use but because she didn't do something in the first clause, and then she did do something in the second clause. So she didn't finish her essay, but she did finish her math. So it would be weird if you used a conjunction like and there, because it wouldn't make sense. You'd say she didn't do something and she did do something. And so that's why you have to go with the contrasting one. Julie bought her mom a sweater, comma, and her mother loved it. And so that would go together because she bought the sweater and then mom loved it. Now, what you could also do here, so you're not repetitive with her mom and her mother, go ahead and put like she in there. Go ahead and put a pronoun like she, and she loved it. I am going to the beach. I worry about sunburn. So I am going to the beach. That's contrasting. You're going somewhere. You're worrying about something. So, but I worry about sunburn. Actually, here you might not even use a compound sentence in a coordinating conjunction. You might make it a dependent clause. Because I worry, since I worry about sunburn when I go to the beach, you might change it around a little bit. But to make it a compound sentence, that's what you could do. Number 5, Jill spent all her money at the Banana Republic sale. She went back the next day for more bargains. So again, we would have a but there. So she spent all her money, so that's one concept, at the sale, comma, but she went back for more bargains. And when I was talking about number 4, making a complex sentence with a dependent clause, here you could do that too. The word I was looking at was however. So maybe Jill spent all her money at the Banana Republic sale. However, she went back the next day for more bargains. You could do something like that too. But since we're talking about coordinated conjunctions, we want to make sure we put the comma in the conjunction. A lot of buts there with those answers. But that is one of the more common conjunctions. Okay, so that is it for coordinated conjunctions. We'll go back to Tuesday, week 18, and we will take a look at number 4. You have to rewrite the run-on. This kind of works a little bit with those conjunctions. Red-tailed hawk sat in the maple tree, comma, it was watching the bird feeder. So what would you do to correct that run-on? Well, you could do a couple things. You need a coordinated conjunction here. It sat in the maple tree. You could say, and it was watching the bird feeder. You might even use a coordinated conjunction like for it was watching the bird feeder. You might decide to flip the whole sentence. You might say something like, because it was watching the bird feeder. This is going to make it a complex sentence. Because it was watching the bird feeder, comma, the red-tailed hawk sat in the tree. Okay, and that would make it a complex sentence and it would correct the run-on. So a couple of options that you could do there. Finally, number of syllables. In number 5, we have the word unfortunate. And so we're going to have 4 syllables there. We're going to have on, for, and then chew, net. And so we're going to have 4, and that's how that would break down. Unfortunate. Okay, that is all for Tuesday, week 18.